Yeah, that's my jam. Until Candy find out, and then we toast want royalties. Hey, how you all doing? Good evening. You are
Good evening.
here with Just Kicking It with JoY
And KendrA.
and we just kicking it. All right. Sorry, I'm a little distracted because my sister is texting
That's
me.
nothing new. You're always
I
distracted.
cannot multitask. Okay.
Is Chrissy joining us today?
Yes. Give me 1 second, and I am coming back to our million of viewers here on the Just Kicking It show. Sorry I didn't give you the enthusiasm that you guys are used to. I was a little distracted coming online tonight. I was not as prepared as I would have liked. I maybe next week I'll share the story of why, but just know I just spent an hour going out to meet somebody from Let It Go, and all we did was have to let it go because we wasted our gas. We did not meet the person, and so you just got to make sure you confirm and get a clear understanding. So anyway, now let's go ahead and jump into the topics. So this has been a very crazy week, starting on Sunday with Kobe Bryant and his death. I mean, it really turned my whole day around. I just felt, and I'll be honest, like, I hadn't really thought of Kobe Bryant in some time, I'm not a big sports fan or any of that, only when it's time to do a little wagering. And so when I heard it though, and like with the photos and then the daughter, I think that's what tipped me over, right?
Yeah.
And then they confirmed that the daughter was in the helicopter with them, and then there were other victims. So of course, our hearts go out to the families of those victims. But I want to just start the show off by having a moment of silence. Let's have a moment of silence for Kobe Bryant. All right, and so we are back, just kicking it. So, KendrA, talk to me.
Well,
what has been going on?
Well, as you said, the tragic loss of Kobe Bryant really, it hit a lot of people. It's amazing how these celebrities and what they do, can affect us, and we never knew them. So my heart really goes out to him and his family. But this week has been very interesting. I mean, did you see Wendy Williams, dancing to Young and
You mean when she was thirst trapping, as my son would say? What I really want to know is, did young mom get it? Because it sure looked like she could. I want to know, did she get it?
I mean, she was like, "Go, Wendy, go." I was like, "Oh, I ain't never seen her like this."
Me either. By the time she rocked on that step and holding on that pole like she was riding one of those, those rocking horse back in the day. I don't know what that rock ride was about, but I guess, hey, that was supposed to let young mom know, hey, you can get it, right? But when she bit that old tight lip, I said, Wendy, see, you looking a little too thirsty now. I mean, and she sashayed up the steps and gave a little twerk, a little twist. I don't know what those body movements were. How would you describe it?
Like a little. First, she was on a two-step. Now everybody got a two-step. It was when she started doing like a little booty shake. I was like, "Whoa, Wendy, calm down."
Oh, you mean when she was doing when she was shaking her back?
ahead.
What? But I was trying to find it. I wanted the young mom find it. I was like, oh yeah, you can get it, young mom. You can find it. If you can find that, you can have it.
And speaking of Wendy Williams, I heard what's her name, Tommy Lee from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta had basically called her out for speaking of her alleged relationship with Rob Kardashian. She basically called her out and said, "Let's have a roasting session." So I don't know if Wendy Williams responded, but that seems to be very interesting if that's going to take place. Because of course she, brought up all her mug shots because Tommy has, a lot of mug shots. So she brought that up. So I think that's going to be that was something funny when I seen the video.
Yeah,
Um,
well, I mean, it did. I saw that clip, and it did look like Tommy was in her feelings. But I mean, girl, you got all those mug shots. I mean, whose fault is that? But the bottom line is, I mean, you ran it with, I mean, you got the mug shots. So I mean, who's gonna take the mug? But the bottom line is, she know Wendy is not about to get her that, smoke. And Wendy's booked and busy. Again, did you all see her trying to give it to young Ma? She's busy. She's busy. So we'll because I think her stuff was pre-recorded. Okay, so I'm sure she made time for that. Because I mean, wow, that was, and I had never seen her like that. She was in rare form. Definitely in rare form. Um, so you were telling me, we were talking earlier. Wait, nope. Before we go there, so last week we talked about Gabrielle Union and the injustice and the inequities on
mhm.
Got Town. And I said my piece about Terry Crews. And for a while, hey, he was trying to stand um in that statement, which again was non-supportive. Okay. And I just want to give a big shout out to my peeps just in social media land, because
Mhm.
they wore him thin. Okay, they wore that brother so thin. He came out, I think, recently, and he apologized and said he stands with her.
Mm.
Yeah, as you should, because you got that.
Oh, so he did do that.
Yeah, yeah. He
Okay.
came out and said that yeah, he stands, he is supportive. I said, that's right. You better get on the right bandwagon. But did you see him try to stand in that bull crap?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? That's him. So it's unfortunate that people have to do that kind of thing. They have to tongue lash him and wear him out in social media before he sees the need to just sort of lean in and support sometimes.
Well,
Again, we supported him with his hashtag Me Too, which was strange because he was sort of like the only man that was whining. But I mean, the victim. And
well, I didn't know he had responded back to that. I did notice that he posted, and I quote, "There's only one woman, no, one woman and one earth I have to please." Or I'm sorry, this must was a typo. On earth I have to please. Her name is Rebecca, not my mother, my sister, my daughters, or coworkers. I will let their husbands, boyfriends, and partners take care of them. Rebecca gives me wings. So everybody thought that that was in response to him not really, supporting Gabriel Union.
yes, yeah, well, yeah, that, and I think that was the statement that got him. I mean, so they did a little backlash and everything, right?
Hmm.
And then he came out and was, hold on a second. And so then he came out and gave another statement where and this was just a short time ago.
Hmm.
Um, hold on a
What
second.
are you?
I read so many things. I gotta find a source. That's
Oh,
not a problem. So, in 36 minutes ago, Terry Crews apologized. This is NBC News, okay? To
Oh,
get
this was
real.
current. Okay.
Yeah. So, that's why I say come up for my millions of viewers. I get the hot heat. I get it hot off the press. I don't give you that stale, cold, old news, okay?
Oh,
So,
I'm sorry. Mine was a little dated earlier this week.
yeah, yours was a little cold and stale, so we had to put that in and just like a Pop-Tart, we had to heat that up and get some things popping up in here. So I just kind of wanted to circle back on that. I appreciate again folks putting pressure on him, and thank you, Terry Crews. Thank you for receiving that social media healing that was put upon you. I'm glad that you've been set free now from the blindness that you had towards with sensitivity towards this young woman. So thank you for allowing those blinders to come off.
Okay. Oh, wow. I do see here on Twitter where he wrote a very extended apology.
Well, we don't have time for you to read that.
Not at all.
So moving on.
Alrighty. So, JoY, I know when we spoke earlier this week, we had mentioned Nicki Minaj's brother. What was he sentenced? Correct.
Um. Say that again. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You know what? I've been very rude to our guests.
Yes, you have.
Hey, let's go ahead and give a shout out to our guests. Again, we have just a few of our millions of viewers here, but here are our important VIPs. Let's give it up for VIP Christy Isom. Woohoo! Okay.
Hey, Chrissy.
Has nothing to do with her listening to my show. If she does not like it, she will not listen. Trust me. Okay. So big ups to my tutor. And let's really give it up for one of our ride or dies, or I'll say ride or live, and that is Lamisha. Okay, yeah,
She tunes in every week. We got the
she
week.
does. She does. And what I think what we're gonna start doing is coming up with some prizes for our VIPs. Like I think that they deserve some gifts. So watch out for that. It's coming soon. And hey, sponsors, I'm talking to you. I'm looking into this camera. Nike, Amazon. Okay, that's just to name the top two that I want. Big sponsors. I'll take Fenty. I'll take that, and I'll take H&M. And you know what? I'll take Fashion Nova. I'll take it because we'll reshape that brand and add diversity to those brands. Okay. So I want you guys to go ahead on and add us to your budgets. We know that the end of the fiscal year is coming for government agencies. And so depending on what you're doing, these are private companies, so it may be on calendar year. You guys, it's still early. So you still have time to squeeze a couple dollars and make some things happen. We want to give our viewers good gifts. And so we need some big companies. All right, let's jump right into. Oh, hey, how you doing? Is that Nike? How you doing, Nike? Welcome. We thank you all for just kicking it with us tonight. All right, KendrA, now you had an interesting time. What was that topic you wanted to kick around?
I'm sorry, JoY. We were going to start talking about Nicki Minaj's brother.
Well, what you think?
I mean, he was sentenced for 25 years for what was it? Child molestation. And I mean, I'm not too familiar with the story. It kind of just went past me a bit, and I was like, "Oh my!" And I remember hearing about it, in the past. But you have to pay the time. You got to pay the time for the crime you did, and That's just a subject. I mean, just when we discussed the whole R. Kelly situation and we discussed the Bill Cosby situation. I mean, I just don't understand what's wrong with these guys.
You know,
What?
I agree. You know, and it's interesting when you said, you know, you kind of didn't hear a lot about it. You know, it sort of went over your head. Yeah, because you know it wasn't a Lifetime special on that one. You know, the other victims, um, you know, were a little bit more vocal and wanted to share. This victim, innocent, this innocent child who was not out looking for anything, was molested. And so that's the stuff I'm talking about. That dog. And I like Nikki. But we got to go with the fact that he was found guilty. Now, before he was found guilty, you know, right? I wouldn't have come heavy and hard. But now that the facts have been pushed out, they've been heard, a jury has adjudicated. Um, you know, he needs to be up under the jail.
Yeah.
And 25 years is maybe not enough. Let's pray that that young girl can get over it in about that amount of time. It may take just about that amount of time for her to sort of feel like a whole person. So that's the damage that we do. You know, when we talk about victims and the type of healing that it takes. And you never know, she may go around, she may want to share her story, and you know, after counseling and things like that, be able to share her story in a constructive and productive and sort of intimate setting where people can really share but not exploit. And so, you know, I appreciate the jury in the trial. It's tough to convict. It's tough to have deliberations, the evidence, the story, the hearts, the you know, the testimony. It could be overwhelming and traumatizing to the jury. So we thank them for their service, and I just think he got exactly what he deserved. And then all at the same time that he had a non guilty, that was his plea. And then after they found him guilty, now he's sorry for what he did. What you did? Now is that a confession out here? See, so things like that. See how it always come out in the end. So the jury can go home knowing that they did a good job, and that you know, at the end of the day, he admitted it. He did it. So case closed. What do you think?
Yeah. I mean, as you say, he admitted it. Um, I think one of our viewers has said those are the folks that deserve the electric chair. I think sometimes,
Yes.
you know, that's not enough. I mean, and then when you think about the actual victims that suffer, long term, these are long term things that they have to deal with, physical abuse, mental abuse, emotional abuse, and it's like, well, you just get to have like a guilty conscience. That's it. I mean, and
Yep.
then sometimes they kind of, you know, they kind of don't have a guilty conscience because they just they be living their best lives. Actually, yeah, think about it. Most people they just go on live their lives, and the people they victimize, they just be a little off. I mean,
Right. They're torn apart. I mean, they have issues, you know.
mhm.
Um, they're tattered. So, that's what happens when you violate. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And it's just too much of that, unfortunately, in the community. So, good, good. So glad to hear that that trial is over and that justice has been served. Absolutely. All right. So, love and hip hop, what is going on in the school system? Now, you know, I've long had my opinion about it, but you were telling me something that
oh,
really piqued
um,
my interest.
Sierra from the Love and Hip Hop of Atlanta had posted where her child was beat up by a parent on the school campus. So when I read it, I was like, wait, what's up with the school system safety? And how was that parent allowed to come onto the school campus to beat on the child? What is being done about this?
Right.
So I know she has sought out a lawyer and things of that nature. Um, so I don't know
Mm.
what's yet to become, but I mean, I just found that pretty disturbing.
Yeah, that's very disturbing. And when you think about it, I mean, what is up with that? I
Mm-hmm.
mean, let's think about it. Yeah, that's right, Lamisha. Victims do suffer in different ways.
Mm-hmm.
Let's think about it. Oh, Nike is, yeah, she's ready to get down. Um, let's think about it. Now, and now I can be the first to, not be as sensitive. But now we're talking about a young girl in school, and for whatever may be going on, that is schoolhouse, schoolyard business, right? For a parent to be that out of line, to breach school security, to trespass without getting proper authorization to enter that space. Hey, they need to prosecute her to the fullest extent of the law. You
And not
know,
only was she able to enter the school, she was able to exit the school without being detained or anything. So,
see, mm, 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 mm. That's ridiculous. I'm getting ready to let some of our viewers call in and check us
chime in.
out. Hang on one moment, guys. Let me, and I'll do better at this next show. I told you all I have my stuff together, but I think I want a little interaction. I really want some call-ins, and I want to do it now. Go ahead, keep talking, Kendra. I'll put it in the chat for everybody.
Um, and I'm sorry. Not only did the mother, so she was attacked by the mother and the daughter. So
What? So they
from
jumped her.
yeah, so they jumped her. So apparently the girl called her mother and saying that someone kept messing with her, harassing her, and the mother and she was also on IG attacking the little girl, and she also called her father, and her mother had told her to try to avoid the girl, and she'll be there as soon as she get off work. It was like an hour later, she get another call from her daughter, and she was in the bathroom screaming, saying that the mother and the girl were trying to beat her up in the bathroom. She said it wasn't no more than 2 minutes later, the phone had dropped, and she literally heard her daughter being jumped by the mother and the other child.
Yeah, that's
So,
either way, right? Like that is just inappropriate. I mean, you know, we have got to stop behaving like savages. Now, hey, don't get me wrong. I'd
so
be ready to knock over anything that's trying to get to mine too. But I mean, again, within reason. I said I can act crazy. I'm not crazy. Okay.
hmm
And so at some point, we have to somehow maintain some composure and discipline over ourselves as
yeah,
adults. You know what I mean? And, now it's not somebody got a knife and we on the street and that, right? But this is a contained area. It's a school.
exactly.
This isn't a public space. Yeah, but it's only the survival of the fittest. This wasn't that. So things should have been handled using the proper protocols and things like that. You know?
Yeah, and I mean,
Yeah.
I can only
Yeah.
I can only I don't have any children, but I do have nieces and nephews. And last year, I believe my one of my oldest nieces she'll be 13 tomorrow, and she was going through a situation where she was bullied at school. And I'm hearing the situation. It was very heart wrenching to hear. And I know me and my sister, we were on the phone. I'm like, we should go up there and we should smack that little girl and this, that, and the third, and her little friends. But to actually think we're gonna do it, I mean, that's a little.
right,
I'm
exactly.
like, I'm gonna go. I had say, and I'm not gonna put no bodily harm on her. I'm gonna go clip her up. Walk down the hallway, accidentally push her, lock her, and say, "Excuse me, baby," something like that. But because there's so many children out here that's committing suicide due to these bullying antics and things like that. So for a parent to do that, that's a little much.
Exactly. Hold on 1 second. Okay. All right, guys. So, what do you all think? I mean, we have unsafe schools. We've got parents. I mean, I can only imagine, I guess, busting down school doors, getting at people. This, the world, we all got to just kick it. I mean, you got to join our show. Go ahead on, call us in, people. Call in, people. Call us by calling in. People, I have the phone line open. We want to hear you all's opinions. And you guys can just call in as we go through. We'll keep moving through topics. I won't allow, us to stop the show. But when you come on, you better have been keeping up with the topic and jump right in. Don't try to talk about something we talked about 10 minutes ago. All right.
On a fun note, Joy, last week when we discussed that meme, not the meme, the little message that goes around where you say a detective is going to call you. I heard there's a new trend going around where you're supposed to text your mother and say, "I ought to slap the fuck out of you."
That. And hands down, that was not happening up in here. And people call in. I want to know how many of you. First of all, I want to know, did you do it? And I do want you to tell me, how did that go when you called in? When you called your mother or text her, and you said, what was it, Kendra? Let me type that in. Let me type the comment box. I'm gonna flash that up here. What was it?
It said, slap your mother. Say, you want to text your mother and say, "I'm gonna slap the fuck out of you."
Oh.
I probably wouldn't even be able to finish the text. I mean, she probably already said something like that.
Are you kidding me? Woo!
My mother lives a good hour away. By the time I put the phone down, my mama don't play that. So,
hey, okay, woo! We have a caller.
Oh,
Caller. Hi. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. How are y'all? I'm enjoying the show.
Wonderful, thank you.
Thank you.
Who's calling?
Christy, sorry, it must have.
Woo!
Hi, Christy.
Yes. Hey, Christy, how's it going? We are so glad you called in. So, all right, so we kind of slid into this other topic now. So, are you calling about the?
Yeah.
Okay, slapping.
About the new challenge. Have y'all moved on?
No, that's what we're talking about.
Oh, okay. I'm like, damn, I missed it. Right, that was quick. But yeah, so I don't have a story about it because I wouldn't dare try that with my mama. And JoY, you know.
Sure.
I wasn't there. And I'm old school, so my children know better than trying me like that. So, because I would get off of work, drop whatever I'm doing, take their little asses out of school, just to slap them.
Woo! Honey, that would be a multi-step process, honey.
I would. Yeah, they know I'm very dramatic and very petty. So try me if you want to.
Right.
So I will come and find your ass, and I'll show out on your ass too.
And you'll show who's gonna be getting slapped around there, ain't that right?
Exactly. I'm like, I want to see this shit.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know about this person.
Yeah, well,
I honestly didn't see anyone post any responses to that. Did they even do it?
Yeah, right. Like I don't. Yeah, I didn't hear. I didn't see a lot of responses like with the other one. people
because,
had.
Most of my friends are black, so we don't play that.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Now, they need to ask my white friends.
On the black side.
Right, but I do not think culturally and historically that any black person. Now, you may have a crackhead that for $10 was foolish enough to do it. But for the most part, the average person absolutely knows better.
Now,
Even
but hold
if you're
on.
the kind of person that didn't get a whooping, you felt that you would get one coming through the door saying that.
But you also got to remember, they probably did do it. They probably just didn't live to post it.
Mm-hmm.
I know, right?
You're right. We made
was way too embarrassing. They were like, I can't tell nobody this.
Yes, exactly. Like you said, they said it and then they died. And that was all you wrote.
Exactly.
I look like one of our
viewers
said they better come
fight my children because I'm sorry, Kendra.
No, go ahead, Chrissy.
Oh no, I was just saying, I have a 14 and a 12-year-old. So they're old enough, I can still whoop the 12-year-old. The 14-year-old, I have to fight him, so I would seriously be boxing his ass. Don't even play with me like that.
Yep, toe to toe. Get your muscle game up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when you get to a certain age, then it's time for me to really be punching you now.
Right. So. Oh yeah, for sure. They all hard and all this and that. It was so interesting when Tyler's body hardened up. Yeah, I was like, hey, this body isn't as I was like, this body isn't as soft and smushy as it was a couple weeks ago. What is happening here?
Yeah,
I mean, it happened. Yeah, it happens before. Yeah, the belt bouncing back. I'm like, whoa, what is this thing? Oh, this belt used to land ever so. It used to nestle into that ass, and now that thing popping back. So, yeah, man, I'm telling you, gotta watch it with those boys. They kind of sneak in. They look gross. You look up, they taller than you. Whoa! I mean, just the other day, I was looking him in the eye. And I find myself going up. So it's pretty amazing.
And he is now. He's taller than me. So
yeah, so it's just so wild. But yeah, so I think it's fair to say that not many folk took on that challenge. I think people had a challenge with that challenge. Yeah. That was
a challenge with that challenge.
Yeah, straight up. We weren't doing.
Yeah, I saw one post about it, and that was it. And it wasn't from anyone that I knew that did the challenge. It was something that they got off of Facebook when whoever did the challenge, and they were kind of just reposting it. But yeah, I don't know anybody that actually did the challenge and posted it.
Right. Yeah, exactly. It's it's kind of like, and if people did do it, it's kind of like Trump, right? Like, who voted for him? He got in there, but no one knows anyone that actually voted for him. So you're like, who the fuck is that little pocket of Americans, okay, in a corner that was able to pull this off? So yeah, that one post that you saw is probably that one and maybe a handful of others. And again, that's probably all you'll get on that challenge. And somehow that spread though, right? Like that was all over Facebook. So it's just interesting how that kind of made the list. But yeah, they probably won't be doing that one again. I'm sure it didn't get the activity level that they suspected. So
no, we don't play around with disrespecting parents.
Yeah, not whatsoever. Yep. All right, so y'all, we gotta go to a commercial break. I appreciate it. I appreciate Christy. Let's give our one of our VIP viewers a hand. Woo! All right.
Thanks for calling, Christy.
That's right. All right, we got the line open. But we're gonna go ahead on and jump into a commercial. Real quick. We're gonna go into a quick commercial. Now, before we go into the commercial, we do want to go ahead on and give a PSA. KendrA, you have a PSA. We got a health PSA that we want to share with our viewers. KendrA.
Are you talking the coronavirus?
Yes.
Okay. Stay clean, everyone. as you all know, and as you all heard, there's a coronavirus, um, here.
Not this virus. It's not a coronation. It's corona.
I can't.
Coronavirus. Not coronita. These are good. Okay. These are hang on saying. Sorry. This is a serious topic.
It is. You want to do that?
Go ahead.
So, everyone just stay clean out there. And I think it was confirmed that it was I think it was over 200 something deaths in China. And I had to get update information. But
yeah, and this the origin is like China, right? So this is, this comes from across the waters, and I knew it was coming. I think I told my wife, because I remember reading, they were saying there were maybe 1,000 or so Americans that were in this town, and it was actually not a town; it's a pretty populated area, and they were headed for California. I said, oh, they're gonna end up sprinkled all over the United States. They're gonna carry this stuff, and before you know it, remember we had that little wasn't Ebola, it was what? Oh, it was Ebola virus, right? It's something, right? Remember we had that outbreak a few years ago, and I mean, so I knew that when they said those handful, I'm like, man, this thing may turn into a outright pandemic, but so far, but it's a very high alert, right? Like we all still have to do the same thing that you do for the flu, right? It is use your hand sanitizer. First, wash your hands. Okay?
Wash your hands.
Wash it often. Use your hand sanitizers. Like when I'm on the train, I wear my gloves. We just have to take those extra measures to make sure that we are safe and that we remain healthy, okay?
Avoid unprotected contact with live animals, and make sure you thoroughly cook all your meat and eggs.
Right.
And cover your nose and mouth.
Yes, see, folks do a lot of, you got to know what you're eating, okay? When you eating chickens and you've never known a bird to be that size, I mean, how do you get a chicken leg that is not the size of a chicken? So you got to make sure that you know what you're eating, and it's just time for us to stop doing a lot of eating that is just not healthy, because we don't know what other folks are cooking and how they're preparing their food, storing food, and things like that. So that's a good point, Kendra. So watch what you do at home, and then also watch what you do when you're out at these restaurants and things like that. We just got to be on high alert.
All right, so we'll see you all when we come back from commercial.
All right, we're gonna go to our commercial break. right, guys. We're back. I want to go ahead on and promote Karen's Crafting Corner.
Karen's Crafting Corner.
Yes. We love Karen's Crafting Corner. She is a wonderful artist. She definitely can take your concept, your vision, and just make it a reality. She is just very, very talented, and I just cannot promote her enough. I have her information up. Hang on a second. I need to edit that. I have her information up.
And I don't know
Right
if you
there.
guys see the wine glass in my picture. It was courtesy of Karen's Crafting Corner.
Yes, right. Look at that. Look at that. That is a lovely gift.
Yes, and also while Joy is getting the correct spelling of Karen's Crafting Corner, I also want to mention that Karen is having an awesome special starting tomorrow in the month of February for Valentine's Day. So everyone be sure to check out her Instagram as well as her Facebook, and that is Karen's Crafting Corner on Facebook and Instagram. She will be posting roughly before about 12 p.m., if not before. And so there should be some giveaways, but she didn't hear that from me. So make sure you follow the instructions, people.
Yes. And we're gonna start adding a lot more interactive sessions. We want our audience to really help shape this show. We are still really new, and really, I mean, we're like a record breaking duet here, well, that's a singer, but pair. We came out a few weeks ago. We ended up getting millions of viewers all at once. I know you may only see 3 out there, but there are millions. And so, I mean, the numbers don't lie. They just don't show up at the same time either. But again, a lot of viewers, and you just got to trust me on that. So, Karen's Crafting Corner, check her out. I finally got the spelling correct. And I think that, you guys will not be disappointed. You won't be disappointed. She's excellent. All right. So we're going to jump right into
And
the next.
piggying back on, I'm sorry, Joy, but piggying back on what you said about the show being more interactive and things like that, I think it's a great time to bring up that as next month is important as far as Valentine's Day, but it is also Black History Month. And starting next Friday for our show, we will be kicking off our Black History Month special, and that will, I guess, be interactive as well, because we'll invite people on to talk about certain things. So be prepared for that. We got some great, exciting things coming up for next month. So we'll be here as always, 9 o'clock.
Please tune in and invite others. Please tune in. Like Kendra said, it's going to be a great show. We're getting better and better over time, like fine wine. And I'm just looking forward to new heights. And we want to take all of our supporters with us. That's what we want to do. So, don't hesitate to go ahead on, donate via PayPal, support Karen's Crafting Corner. And if you have a business or something that you like us to advertise, go ahead on, let us know. Send us an email, and I am the left and right wing at gmail.com. That's our PayPal and our email. We'll be changing that soon, but right now that's it. Send in your topics, and we'll make sure that they make the show. Yeah, that's right, Lamisha. You part of the millions. That's right, Christy. We keep it hope alive.
We're happy to have you guys.
Yeah, we're just excited. So thank you all. All right. So what's next?
What's next? Let's see. We can talk about a few things. Well, actually, we could leave it on it because we have a few minutes left here, so we can leave it on a lighter note. I really have a question. These people, now, I don't have anything against anyone getting tattoos, but when people actually get these artists' faces on their bodies, what's up with that?
Right.
I mean, at least just like super fans. Are you guys getting money? Because at this point, you're promoting them.
Right.
I'm not putting nothing on my body unless I'm getting some money.
Exactly. And when you said it, I read it. First thing that came to mind was Psycho, right? But I was like, maybe there is some reasoning and logic behind it, and I can't find it. But I'm sure if they were to share their story, they would. And I think now that we're doing our show, I think that we may engage in a little bit of, since we're reporting the news, I think that sort of allows us to be journalists. And I think we ought to ask people for some interviews. So look for that too this year. We're going to start reaching out to these people for interviews. I want to know what's on these people's minds. I mean, Terry Crews and all, they may not ever answer us, but we're a news crew. We're going to show up just like NBC and everybody else and ask for an interview. Yes, we are. And we'll just let them turn us down. But some people may not, right? So we'll also be doing live interviews. So help support people. We really need to make sure that those millions of viewers kind of come in at the same time a little more. At least 100 of you come in at the same time, just so we can begin to demonstrate the level of support that will warrant, big artists and celebrities to come on our show, or just people that are really trending to come on our show and speak directly to you, our VIP audience. Okay, so we definitely want to do that. Oh wow, Richard said she saw a jacked up tattoo of Kobe Bryant's face on the back of a fan. So this is these types of ways of paying homage, and I guess it's a thing. It seems like it's a thing.
I mean, I can possibly understand once the person passed away. Maybe he was your favorite, athlete and things like that, favorite rapper. If he passed away, but I think I seen Jacquees.
He's the king of something.
King of R&B. I mean, someone had his whole face on the back of his back. I was like, and it just makes me wonder. I mean, the people that are not as popping anymore in the R&B and hip hop scene, what happens to those people? Tattoos, when they thought they were hot. Like, now he's not as hot anymore. You're walking around with a tattoo that's 20 years old that no one heard from.
Exactly. and whoever asking who, you went trying to, who is that? So I wonder, it really probably does make for an interesting conversation when you're like having a family reunion. Normally those are in like warm weather, and you got your little heart to top on, and bam, there goes that silly tattoo. And I know you get tired of everybody asking you about why do you have that tattoo, because it's not that common that people do that, right? But clearly it seems to be common enough. Yeah, Louisa says she can't see herself getting a celebrity face on her or a logo. Yeah, Chrissy said she could not either. All right, so for the last this little bit of time we have left, we lost one of our viewers. For the little bit of time we have left, I want my VIPs to call in and tell me so this weekend's Super Bowl. Woo-hoo! All right. Everybody put in the chat who your Super Bowl winner is. Who are you going for Super Bowl? Okay. Mine is in there. It's Kansas City and it's the 49ers. All right. Kansas City and the 49ers. So there's mine. KendrA?
Let's see. Here's the thing. I'm not into sports. I'm a Washingtonian, so I always go Redskins in this case. Redskins not a part of the Super Bowl. So let me see. You said Kansas City or 49ers? I haven't really been. 49ers is over there in California, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never been there. I'll go with Kansas City because, it begins with a K. Like my name.
Okay, Chrissy said she really don't have a pick. Okay, Louisa said 49ers. Yeah, so KendrA going with Kansas City. I went with Kansas City. All right, viewers, call in and tell me what you're doing on Super Bowl day without saying and you have approximately 60 seconds to do it, and I'm going to put on a timer. So if you're brave, you'll call in. Hang on. That's crazy. Let's call in if you're bold, and go ahead on and tell me in 60 seconds what you're doing on Super Bowl day without saying okay. For example, I will start timer.
Well, I can tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm not a viewer, but
I said don't say Okay, you ready? That was your warm up. Okay.
I got it out the way in the beginning. I got mine in the beginning. What am I doing?
Okay,
Sunday.
I'm getting ready.
Sunday. I'm definitely not watching the game.
Hold on, I gotta start the clock.
How much time?
You know what? Let me hold on. I wanted everybody to call in, but I didn't put the number up. Hold on. Okay, there's the number. All right, so you want to go, Kendra?
Yeah, I'll go. Did somebody call in?
Not yet. You're up.
Okay.
And
well,
go.
Sunday is going to be like any other Sunday. I'm going to wake up. I'm going to fix me some breakfast.
You said and then we're leaving 10 seconds in. Okay, do we have
I did say that.
Yeah, you're done. All right, any callers? All right, we still got the lines open.
Well, you do it.
Caller. Hello, caller. How are you? Who am I speaking with? Woo! Yeah, that's right.
Oh,
I know it's tough to get in. You have to roll through all of those other callers, but I'm so glad you made it back in. I know it's tough. Okay. So, all right, let me know when you're ready. I'm going to start the timer. And again, tell us what you're going to do for Super Bowl day in 1 minute or less in 1 minute without saying Let me know when you're ready.
Okay.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Go.
Yes. So I'll be going to Camilla, Georgia, which is a little, really, really small town in southwest Georgia. And we will be having a Super Bowl party and celebrating my sister-in-law's birthday. The end.
Just keep going. You got a little more time.
Oh, you didn't say I had to ask, so you just said within 60 seconds.
I mean, you got to do it home.
Oh, okay. Good. Does that count too?
Yes, all of this apparently is counting.
Okay, and we will be having cake and drinking alcohol and eating food and watching the game. And okay, how much more time?
Okay, I'm about to get better rules for this game. You did good. I'm gonna have to tighten up the rules and the criteria. But you did good because I didn't have that together. Okay, all right. Okay, thank you so much for participating. This was great. We appreciate you. Thank you. Love you. Good night.
Yes. Love you too, Chrissy.
All right. All right, we got another caller, I think. Caller?
Hi, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
So I know my family is going to be.
Wait a minute. Did you want to do the challenge?
Yes.
Okay, let me know when you're ready. You have to start talking after I hit the start. You got to do it for 1 minute. And you can stop when the timer goes off.
Okay, sounds great.
Okay, and go.
Me and my family will be just kicking it. We'll be having chips, salsa, you name it. The black household will be just like so down. We're just gonna be, rooting for our team. On football Sunday.
And
So lost a family, all of that. Friends, everything.
And
But I'm not gonna laugh.
24, 23, 22, 21, 20.
I think you should lessen it to 30 seconds.
We would just be a happy, loving family. Watching the game, making a couple back, you know, getting in the groove of things.
Okay, again, I just need to come up with stronger instructions on the game. Okay, thank you though.
Or lessen the time.
Well, yeah, let me lessen the time.
I apologize for that. Yeah, all right.
Yeah, no problem. But we're not gonna be able to listen it for the next person because we got to keep the rules fair. So, do we have another caller? Thank you so much, caller.
Our viewer Chrissy said she should have took long pauses. I'm like him. You did good, Chrissy.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. All right. Okay.
What's this? Chill moment? What's up with the music?
Yeah, I thought we were gonna have a couple other callers. I know we have millions of viewers, so I just didn't know if that. Hey, don't you all call in at once?
It's Friday night, JoY, so they're probably getting ready to do something else.
Yeah, you know what? I know sometimes people don't get their notifications, so
Yeah.
Yeah, they weren't they didn't know we were on. We have to make sure we send out invitations and so I get it. So all right, so okay, so it does not seem like we are going to get any other callers, so we'll go ahead on and close the line. It's about that time anyway. We'll take the last few minutes to open up the chat. What do we have going on here in the chat? So let's see here. Right, okay. Christy is like, you know what? We really need to get it together with this game. But
okay. So I do have a question. Kind of a question of the day. I was listening to a podcast I was listening to another podcast the other day, and the young lady found out that her senior mother, which she's about maybe 70, and she found out that she was doing porn. And the question is, what would you do if you found out your someone of that age? It doesn't necessarily be a mother, but if you found out someone of that age in your family was doing porn.
First of all, I would be totally disgusted. Second of all, I would be just even more disgusted with thinking about how disgusted I am in the first place. So I just think at a certain age you just have to find something else to do with your body. Maybe go and see if Madame Toussaint is interested in your tied body. Maybe she wants to immortalize that in one of her figures. If not, go find somebody's attic to climb into and scare away the roaches. I don't know. Some bodies are just bad bodies. And hey, don't get me wrong. If you think I'm tight over here, you got another thing coming. It's just I know how to pull things up and tuck and fold and push in. You got to keep things covered at a certain age. Nobody want to see all that other stuff. But now conversely, hey, now if somebody's all hot and everything, and sometimes age ain't nothing but a number. Kudos, to him or her. What do you think?
Listen. Wait, one of our viewers said eggs was the secret. 70 years old. I mean, all the 70-year-olds I know,
No.
I mean, they still getting around, but the commentators on that show was basically saying, well, the reason she's making money because they paying for something they ain't never seen before. So in this case, I'm just trying to figure out exactly what are you doing. I mean, I wouldn't know what to do, Joy. I don't know what
Yeah.
I did. What?
Yeah, me either. That's what I'm saying. It's a mess. That's something.
Is it lucrative? How much money you making? How long you been doing this?
All right.
Oh, we hit that hour.
You want a minute? Okay. All right. So, guys, it's been real. It's been great. We appreciate you guys stopping by. Join us this time again next Friday, 9 o'clock. Okay. So far, we've been doing pretty good, but CP time, Eastern Standard, and we will.
That's your fault.
All right. And we
Bye.
out. Woo! Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.